Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. It is Friday the 13th, the only Friday the 13th in all of 2021, and here we are. So, good luck, everybody. I'm sure it'll be fine. And also, I know that the, oh gosh, how do you pronounce it? The Maneki Neko? I'm sure I just butchered that. But I can't get my speakers working. I was going to look it up to see how it's pronounced properly, but I know that the lucky cat here has more to do with business, luck in business, but it's a cat, so of course I have to include that. So anyway, all right, I have got 6 questions so far. I'm sorry about the phone; it is not mine, and I think I just saw one more. Yep, one more. I got the question about gerrymandering. I got that. When I'm done here, I go down into the description box where the questions are listed, and there are already questions down there now, so you can follow along. I go in and I timestamp everything, so that you can get in and get out with what you're interested in. I was just having, there's another question about gerrymandering, and I was just wondering if there was already a question about that. Redistricting. Awkward Luminary was asking about that. So Electra Storm is adding something in as well. Your questions matter to me. They do. Here I am trying to make sure I get everything sorted out. Okay, so that's the same. Lolly, we could check in on Gavin Newsom if you'd like. That would be number 7 today. We don't have a lot of questions, but that's fine. There's always stuff to read on. Always. All right. So, yes, happy Left-Handers Day, everybody. This is not reversed. You can actually, I know it's hard to see, but it says Chicago. You can actually read the stuff. You're looking at me as I actually look, and I am left-handed. So, anyway. Okay. Debo, is there any truth that there has been abuse in Nickelodeon? I've heard a lot about that, but it's not. I tend to just do politics. Are there lawsuits? Do you have more information? I want to answer your questions, but it's also very broad. So what kind of abuse? Do you know what I mean? But I care. I do care. All right. Electra Storm, I'm left-handed and didn't know that. Oh, that it's left-handed day? Yes, it is. I'm entirely left side dominant. It's very, very odd. My mother is right-handed, but my father is left-handed, but not entirely. But I'm entirely left side dominant. I don't know why. We were talking about George Michael the other day. He was left-handed too. Does that matter? No. But why not? Debbie, oh yeah, Deba is saying binders and spiral notebooks are a bane. Yes, someone was talking about fountain pens the other day around me, and I was just like, oh, it's beautiful, but I can't, because fountain pens and the way we write, it's designed for right-handed people. So you drag the nib as you're writing along the paper. But if you're left-handed and you have a fountain pen, you're jamming the nib into the paper and it gets stuck, and it's not nice. So no fountain pens for me. Anyway. Electra, there's certain things I can only do with my right hand, though. Fair enough. Renier, is there an ambidextrous day? I have no doubt that there is. I don't know when it is, but I have no doubt. Judy, turn paper upside down. No, it's an option. It doesn't really bother me that much. but I do sometimes turn, if I'm, well, this thing, I have to leave the way it is. So I'll end up turning like this, because if I didn't, I would just turn this on the side. But other than the possibly turning the page a little bit to the side, I don't write crabbed. I actually write, anyway, it doesn't matter. This is not important, but here we are. It's left-handed day, everybody, and we have a higher incidence of getting hurt, basically, because we're living in a right-handed world, but there we go. Okay. Lots of lefties here. Nice. All I say, my husband was left-handed until the school nuns decided it was unacceptable. The reason my mother sent me to Montessori was in the mid-70s. It was the only school she could find that wouldn't make me right-handed. I mean, she liked the idea anyway, but Floating Lotus, they should make binders with a turntable for lefties. Oh, interesting. Anyway, all right. I've got 8 questions. The last one I saw was on Gavin Newsom. Got the gerrymandering thing. Gavin Newsom, I am. Gavin Newsom again. And Jess is asking, will there be something of a redo of the census? Okay. Let's see here. Is there any hope for Afghan women? Victoria's asking. Oh, man. Well, that's going to go along with Kieta Taylor had a really good question. Will the Taliban be defeated? So we'll ask, is there any hope for Afghan women? I thought I saw this morning the U.S. is sending 3,000 troops back in or something. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. All right, so Jess, there, I found it. So will there be something of a redo of the census of 2020? Okay. That's number 9. I've got space for 3 more questions. If you are interested in anything political. And I don't see anything else. So I'm just going to start reading on the 9 questions I have. I'm sure stuff's going to come in. It always does. Things come up. Oh, Polly Wanda had a question from yesterday. And let me just add that in here. Polly Wanda was asking, is this beginning of the age of masks? Yikes. So I've got that here. Yeah, no. Odd. Okay, so I got that. So I've got 10 questions. Also, I had a look. I wanted to mention Rachel Maddow, follow up on Rachel Maddow yesterday. I'll just mention Rachel Maddow follow up. Okay, got it. So about 9 minutes in. Oops, right there. I had a look at Rachel Maddow's chart. And I just we'll go over this really quickly. I can pull it up onto the screen. I have it up, share screen, Chrome tab, Rachel Maddow, share. Is this coming up right, or do I need to get rid of, well, you don't need to see me. All right, and let me move this in. All right. This is Rachel Maddow's chart over on astrotheme.com. And I just wanted to have a look here. To the best of my knowledge, here, I'll get rid of this for the moment. To the best of my knowledge, Saturn is currently Is it, hang on, is it in Aquarius still? Something like that. But this is here. It should have S. If I go to the actual main page, I should be able to see the current. All right, so currently Saturn is, where are you, Saturn? Oh, yes, you are in Aquarius. Aquarius, you are at 9 degrees Aquarius. All right. Basically, there's talk that there was talk in the past that, like, if you take this chart in front of you and divide it into 4, so straight up and down from like 10 to 6, and then straight across from like 9 to 3, 3 to 9, 9 to 3, 12 to 6. Right, so you've got 4 quadrants. Generally, as the planets are moving, they move counterclockwise around this. As it moves into that quadrant between 9 and 6, quite often when Saturn does that, the person will tend to kind of withdraw a little bit from society, really work on themselves, really think about what they want to do, and that sort of thing. So you can see people pull back for a while, retool, and then as Saturn moves and it crosses that backwards, it crosses that 6, going to 5 and 4 and 3, and then climbing up to the top of the circle. People come back into prominence. So when I heard that Rachel Maddow was thinking about leaving MSNBC, I wanted to check to see if that's what was happening with her. If perhaps she had just hit that point where Saturn was entering that first quadrant, so she was like, okay, time to pull back a little bit. But in fact, no. Her, I'll go over here. Her Saturn is transiting right over her Jupiter here at 7 degrees Aquarius. Right here. It's right near her Mars too, but right here. And this jovial Jupiter, jovial, luck, expansion, optimism, can be quite successful, that sort of thing. It's very, very close to her Mars, how she takes action. And she is an Aries here, Sun in Aries, which is ruled by Mars. And Mars is here right with Jupiter, lucky Jupiter. And lucky Jupiter here also, look at those blue lines. All those blue lines to the Sun, to Venus and the Sun, and all kinds of positive energy. Way over there, this weird looking thing down here, this is Pluto. This is also is trine to Pluto down there. Little weak, but it's still there. That's about power. So basically what's happening is this is kind of her this is one of her powerhouses in her chart. And what's going on here is Saturn is moved across and is on top of this. And so it's not a negative. It's not, there's not a lot of red there. It's opposite or ascendant, but that's not the end. That's not the end of the world. It will kind of make her ascendant waver up, feel stronger and weaker and stronger and weaker, but it's not the end of the world. What this is it's generally going to have a fairly positive-ish effect, but it's going to make her, it would make sense that it's hitting this, that, okay, Saturn is the taskmaster. Saturn is, the good thing about Saturn is if you do the work, Saturn is going to reward you. It makes it tangible, but it makes it, you got to get it right, and you've got to work hard. It's not the life of the party. It is the stick in the mud of the party. It is, but you will be rewarded if you do the work, if you are honest and serious and forthright and all this kind of fun stuff. So thank you, Dave. I think that's what's going on, is because that's where her Saturn is right now. And there may be some other things going on in her chart, which, that makes sense. But it isn't her Saturn retreating, so she probably does have some other things she wants to do, rather than just pull back and think things through or what have you. I wonder, because it's still rising in up that side of her chart, Saturn transiting is still rising, wondering if she's got some ideas of maybe some other things that she has planned. So, okay, so I did want to mention that, and there was something else about this chart. There was something else I was going to mention. Oh, it does make sense that she is a success. She is very successful, and she's all about the success. Right up here, her midheaven, her status, where she's supposed to go in life. It is right up here with her sun and her Venus, right at the top, just illuminating that midheaven, which is going to bode well for her in climbing the ladder of success. And in fact, the midheaven begins this 10th house, which is the house of Capricorn, which is about status. It's about aristocracy. It's about moving up in the world, kind of thing. And her north node, this little horseshoe-shaped thing right here, which is what kind of this gives you what sign your north node is in, gives you an idea of what you're supposed to be doing in this life, what your work order, like where am I supposed to be working? It's in Capricorn. She's supposed to be embodying this Capricorn energy, and here she is. All their midheaven right here, her sun and her Venus are very close to it, but this midheaven, this sun and Venus, they're just to the right of the midheaven, which is still in the 9th house. And the 9th house is that house of Sagittarius, knowledge. So she's going to use her knowledge, all of her knowledge, what she loves, all of this it's linked into her midheaven to progress in life. So there is that. All right, that is the follow-up on Rachel Maddow. I hope that helps. Okay. So we shall go on to other readings. Okay, just trying to figure out where I am. All right, so that was that. Cards. Every time a Friday the 13th rolls around, I end up thinking about that Chaz Adams one frame cartoon of Morticia Adams, the original, and she's on the phone and she says, "Oh, Friday. Oh, I'm going to be Friday is the 13th. I'm going to be far too busy to do anything." Just far too busy. Friday the 13th. Morticia is far too busy. Okay, and I just saw one before I jump into the next question. I saw another question here. Just double checking. Thank you, Holly. Sent me a link to an article about Rachel Maddow's contract issue. Okay. Debo, did you look at Cori Bush's chart? No, I haven't. Should I? Right. It rings a bell, but I'm not remembering exactly. We're definitely looking at gerrymandering, so that's not a problem. And then .mc was asking, was Trump's sister helping him? So let me just throw this down here, and then we'll get going. Okay. Okay, and Electra was helping with that. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. It's helping each other, helping me better understand questions. Fantastic. Oh, I'm glad it can help. I'm glad I've helped Pamela. That makes me very, very happy. All right, so that is saved. All right, then we will start right up here. Kellyanne Conway. Okay, so where are we? We are at 2030. Did Kellyanne Conway and husband, what's his name? Husband. I generally know his name, but I'm juggling too much in my head, so some things are just gone. Did they know what was going to happen January 6th? And I think we're going to have to, I think I'm going to have to split that up into two. George Conway, thank you guys. The Awkward Luminary, Holly and France, Gary, thank you guys. All right. So, thank you, Deborah. So 3 cards for Kellyanne, 3 cards for George. Did they know? Did they know what was coming on January 6th? All right, where are they? Conways. Yes, I know that I believe they've separated, haven't they? But they're energetically, they're linked for life. Conways. Okay. Kellyanne, did you know what was going to happen on January 6th? Honestly. George, did you know what was going to happen January 6th? He would have shouted from the rooftops. George, he would have shouted from the rooftops. Holly and friends are Catholic and won't divorce. Their energy's messed up. It's just, whew. I am a divorced woman, and even I'm over here like, you do you, but the cross currents of energy and the stress and strain and we the Peeps 1776 saying we'll have to wait for Kellyanne to put it in one of her 3 books. Oh, did she actually get a 3-book deal? All right, Kellyanne, did you know? She'd been through the ringer by then. Justice. She didn't want to know. She didn't want to be legally. She saw some things going on that were getting more, basically opening people up to more and more legal liability, and she wanted no parts of it. She didn't want to get sucked down into this, and by that point, she'd had enough. So she knew a lot, she suspected a lot, but she will swear to her dying day she who because it opens her up to political liability. That's what she's worried about. So sorry, my hair is, this is the side that's actually in the fan to keep me cool, but it's a quiet side that I'm having trouble with. Imagine that. Anyway, not relevant, but Gary, Kellyanne Conway, my life using alternative facts. I saw her say that live. I was watching Chuck Todd when she said that, and I just about fell over. And you could see the wheels turning. You could see her say, well, that's alternative facts. And you know how in the moment when you see something live, time can hang? But when you go back and you watch it again and it's like, well, it wasn't too much of a hang time. It felt like a lot at the moment because you could just see her grasp for anything to say. So she just jumped, let's try this. I don't know what she's going to talk about in her books because she does not want to be sucked into this at all. All right, George. Judgment. Moon. Two of Swords. Whew. If someone is put on trial, generally speaking, their spouse doesn't have to testify against them. But if she's called as a witness, there's nothing to stop him from being called as a witness. What did he hear? He's feeling the chaos a lot more than she is. She is compartmentalizing a lot more strongly. He's feeling the momentousness of what happened earlier this year. And he's willing to cooperate with anyone who will want him to, but this is I agree. Elaine, the hamster kicked into high gear in her head. Yes. Pamela, I watched it live and started cussing. Good for you. Catherine was saying Miss Alternative Facts is steeped in liability no matter what she may tell herself. That is true. But this is very much brook no quarter, just silence. Doesn't matter how major arcana this is. Nope. Legal silence. Kellyanne's energy is as chaotic as you would think it is. You would think it would be. It's all cross currents and things she was willing to do for money or fame. Man. Pamela, Elaine, hamster then dies from exhaustion. R.I.P. hamster. Holly and friends, but George wasn't part of the administration. Oh no, and I'm not saying that they would call him, but he could be a witness to what she said to people trying to contact her. Do you know what I mean? But Dave has suggested something. Okay, I just saw Floating Lotus. Oh no, it wasn't. Barbara's saying, Dave, I never thought of doing that to my second husband. What? What did Dave suggest? Divorced, very picky. I always get a list of their medication to see if they have antipsychotics or something. No. All right. Kellyanne's energy is still ugly. Just is. I wouldn't want to be stuck in an elevator with her for an hour. She would try to take charge. Someone else might be able to take charge instead. She'd get in the way. She would should be on edge, but that kind of almost manic edge. Do you know what I mean? Awkward luminary, she reeks of chaos. Yeah. Yes, for entertainment purposes only. Absolutely. Holly and Francis, she reminds me of a rubber band that's ready to snap. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in an enclosed space with her for any length of time. No, thank you. Okay, so it is at 31. Let's have a look at Polly Wanda's question from yesterday. Is this the beginning of the age of masks? Oh, we have a troll. Do we have any oh, I'm practicing witchcraft, Annie. I will wage spiritual offensively against your demons. Demons are parasitic astral garbage. Good for you. I'm happy that you have faith. Do I need to do some? Do we have any moderators here, or do I need to do something? Just let me know. I'm just saying, I wish I was a witch. Well, at least we're together doing it. That's true. That's true. Here, I'll show a little vanity and fix my hair. See, this is what's bugging me. It's this strand right here. Lecture. Witches are cool. Generally. Anyway, thank you guys for taking care of that. Pamela, the same troll hit Susan, Lynn, and Jen last night. I'm sorry about that. I've actually had the occasional troll come through who actually was packing some energy. It's like, wow, that is totally misuse of your abilities. Yeah, this person. Those little poppers. When we had as kids, you go outside, run 4th of July, and you throw them at the ground. You just go pop. Not even a popper. Yeah, I didn't feel that at all. So, but hatred and anger are not the ways of the divine. So anyway. That's funny, Michael. My coven is fueling up its brooms. Oh, you guys are great. Artemis, you say witch like it's a bad thing. Exactly. All's well. All's well. Yeah. The coven's fueling up the brooms. 34. All right. Is this the beginning of the age of masks? Gosh, I hope not. Is this the beginning of the age of masks? Look at Dr. Fauci energy. Hello, Dr. Fauci. I wish you well. He is so done with some of these idiots. Just done with these idiots. It's a pandemic. And if it does end up being the beginning of the age of masks, chances are it could have gone better if people listened to medical professionals. Imagine that. Yeah, death was walking everywhere. High priestess, magician, We stood up to it. Ace of Cups, healthcare, Six of Swords, vigilance. Have to go around the world. Have to go around the world trying to nip all of this in the bud whenever possible. But it isn't even going all the way around the world. I mean, we've got variants here. These things move in secret before we know what's happening, because they're really tiny. Silly but true. They're really tiny. But we're just standing up to them. Healthcare, organizing. There are all four suits on the table: Pentacles, Cups, Swords, Wands. Using everything at his disposal. Healthcare, trying to keep an eye on it. Here's the thing. I live in Chicago, right? And I'm amazed. I can, if I look out the window and I see somebody walking back and forth, going to the train station or coming back from the train station at the end of the day, rarely see a mask. I go up, take the trash out front. I don't see anybody in a mask. But I wear a mask. And it is, I'm not in like ultra right-wing central here. There are people who are just like, I don't get it. Michael saying, my broom uses holy water, practice white magic. Ooh. Free to smell. My broom only needs solar power. You know what I saved up for? Took time. But one of the best things I ever bought, with this hair and 2 cats, a Shark robot vacuum. Best thing I ever bought. I had to save up for it. Best thing ever. It has helped so much with all the fur and the hair and a single hair falls out of my head. It doesn't just like, disappear. No, it's very visible and it gets caught up and stuff. And anyway, so my broom is electrified and runs every morning. Well, 6 days a week. But they really work. That's great. Oh, yeah, seriously. Like I said, it took me time to save up the money. But the Shark, I've got the Shark because it will break up long hair. Wheel of Fortune. These things will wax and wane, which we've seen. 1918, 2020, waxing and waning. Temperance. 2 of Swords, Justice, King of Swords, 8 of Swords. There are some people, first of all, who are traumatized by there are some people who are traumatized by what's happened, and they are going to be washing things down and wearing masks for the rest of their lives, and to heck with anybody who isn't interested in doing that. There are decisions being made. It's going to be a tempering of the situation eventually here, and people's reaction to it. There will be some certain laws back and forth on the books. Cruise ships are a problem. Then there'll be some limitations ongoing, certainly in certain parts of the world. But it's going to wax and wane. So, awkward luminary. Now when I see swords, I think shots. Well, yeah, I mean, yes, I can see that. There's definitely going to be choices of shots as well. But I'm just getting more law because I've got justice right in the center of this. I'm thinking more law-related stuff, but that's what it feels like. Linda's saying, I call my Roomba Dobby. Oh, that's adorable. Dobby is free. Mine is Dasher, like the reindeer. So. But I like Dobby. That's very good. Oh, I named my Roomba Roombit CD. Hang on. Oh, Roombit. B word. Because she hates me. Robots. When robots take over, she will kill me first, and I'm okay with it. She hates me. It's funny. Robin, I'm afraid a Roomba would suck up my Pomeranian's tail. Aww. Debit, do you always say on Dasher when you start him up? Maybe. Although my dachshund would probably catch a ride. Oh, the cats don't like it. Guess which one's more afraid than the other? Surprise. But no, they wouldn't ride it. It just it makes noise. And Kay, my Roomba's named Jeeves. Oh, there you go. I really hadn't even heard about people naming them. But so it's good to hear that I'm not the only person doing it. All right, there was a TikTok. Yeah, exactly. There was a TikTok. They had the music for X-Files because it was a regular residential street, and there's a robot vacuum just rolling across the street. It must have gotten, it got loose somehow, and it's just going across the street. It was odd to see it somewhere in out in the world, but anyway. Gary, my Chihuahua would bark all over the house, but I'll tell you, it makes such a difference in the cleanliness here. And I'm a bit of a neat freak. Less stress on the brain to keep things organized. I'll be quiet now and actually do what I'm here to do. Everything my rescue will probably kill one. Oh, jeez. Okay, 44. Let me see if I can nip through a number of these. I'm free. Yes, exactly. Okay. Tia was asking, is Russia behind COVID-19 misinformation? Let's have a look at that. I'm free. I love that. Teresa, oh yeah, the Roomba with the Ouija board rug. It was a meme. Somebody had a big Ouija board rug, and there was a robot vacuum. It's like, oh great, summoned a demon again. All right, Russia, are you behind? Yes. Through the internet, through the airwaves, through the yeah. 8 of Swords, freaking people out. Queen of Pentacles, making people paranoid. Seven of Swords, Four of Cups, King of Cups. Biden is, it's stuff. Oops, Russia is very much behind at least some of the COVID misinformation, just preying on people's fears, ultimately linking it to dislike of Biden, but refusing to get medical help. It's your all this stupid conspiracy theories. If you're a diehard Republican, you don't do things like that. You don't need it. And this is more the I'm not going to take your shots type thing. Yeah. I don't. There's not even. It's not even close. It's not even a question, really. Yeah, Electra, not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. So, all right, hairpin. Yeah, I need a hair clip for the hair. There, that'll work. Kathy Mickelson, robot prayer. 101100101. I love you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. Hello, Polly Wanda. So, I love you guys. All right. Yeah, Russia's awful. Oh, okay. So Mandy and Janelle had related Trump questions. Sort of. Let's relate in that they're both about Trump. Yes, I love what you're still zippy about. Thank you. Okay, so Mandy, where are we? We are at 47. Mandy was asking, is Trump going to be turned into some kind of demigod? Okay, we know he doesn't deserve it, but there are people, you know how the people can be. Janelle was asking, will he ever shut up about the election he lost? When I read that question, literally my first thought was, well, technically we all shut up eventually. Other than that, I don't know that anything else is going to work. All right. So 48, is Trump going to be turned into some kind of demigod? Saint Donald Trump. The patron, okay, what is he the patron saint of? Saint of. Anyways, let me turn it to a. Michael, that's a good possibility. The ultimate grift, Renier, patron saint of grift, I think would be the most accurate. There are funnier ones, but I grift, yes. This far right stuff is some people's world, kind of what they do. Hanged man. Oh no. I'm asking if Trump is going to be seen as a demigod, and the first card I get is a man on a cross. Oh no. Oh. True, Elaine. Trump makes Loki look like a decent, stable, genuinely nice guy. Yes. Luminary. OFFS. Yes, at the altar of money. Two of Cups, Queen of Wands. There's some, you know how there are people who think that it was God's choice to make Trump president? There are some of those who think that Democrats they're like the Romans of the Bible. We shall all be politically married and oh wow, I'm getting like Christian symbolism here. I'm getting Trump's legal woes being like Jesus, Yahshua, with the crown of thorns and the look. I'm all for freedom of religion. But you guys know Bailey Sarian here on YouTube. She talks about serial killers and things like that. And sometimes she will end up talking about the people who start writing to serial killers and marry serial killers who are in prison and follow their every women thing and what have you. And so she finishes out by saying, get better idols. I believe that is 100% accurate here. So, yeah. Okay. So the next question is 5230. Will Trump ever about having lost? Linda says, I've been called a communist Satanist. Thank you, Lo. Bailey Sarian. She's on YouTube. Elaine, I'm free and available. What, for the communist Satanists? So is Trump ever going to be quiet about the old having lost the election? Elaine, idol, freedom. Oh, to be worshipped. You're free and available to be worshipped. Temperance. Actually, the power is draining slowly. His power and his argument that he won the election, it's draining slowly. Far too slowly. It's up so much higher than it should be, but it's draining slowly. Ooh. Ten of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. He is all stolen, blah, 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 blah. Ooh. No, he's completely focused on it. He'll be focused on it until he leaves this earth. Democrats won, but we actually had the votes and then try to have an insurrection, but you cut my presidency. Awkward luminary. Redistricting. Ugh. How will it impact elections in 2022 and 2024? Will Congress do anything to prevent gerrymandering before it's too late? Gerrymandering is awful, and I'm frustrated beyond words about it. All right, 55. We're going to look at gerrymandering. Gerrymandering. What's going to happen with gerrymandering? That's what it comes down to. I was saying, Elaine, just exactly how free and available are you? They're hysterical. Saint Griftus. Thank you, Holly and France. Donald, Saint Griftus. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, man. Saint Griftus. Gerrymandering. Saint Griftus of Hairspray, we beseech thee. Oh, gerrymandering. Show your loyalty to the party. And if you don't show your loyalty to the party, well, make it so your vote doesn't count. Yeah, legal decisions. Voting decisions. Yeah. Queen of Wands. Nine of Swords. I don't like this energy. Temperance is at the center. That makes me happy. Queen of Pentacles. That does not make me happy. Page of Pentacles. No, this does not make me happy. There is going to be some kind of temperance that comes along. And then the Republicans will try to find some other way to cheat. These types of Republicans will find some other way to cheat. There is going to be some kind of temperance, but it's not good. It's not good. I've got Nancy Pelosi here. I've got, this is how, for example, how many more votes Democrats have to have compared to Republicans to gain even certain offices. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a quick look at this temperance. Deb, a phony temperance. Well, maybe. It doesn't feel upside down, but let me see. Elaine, Saint Griftus it is. Holy con. Thank you for being here. There's temperance in the center, so does something happen to improve that whole gerrymandering situation? Ooh, there might be a few judges who step forward and say, oh, nay, nay. But let's have a look. Legal challenges. Ace of Wands. Definitely taking action, but they're on the defensive. Oh, the plan. The plan. Kick over as many cups as you can, as many Democratic wins as you can. Rile up the base. But you'll notice these cards, they're all minor arcana. There's not much in the backgrounds. I mean, the plan's pretty elaborate, but other than that, it's just kind of weak and desolate. So we'll keep fighting. Awkward Luminaires saying we need voting rights act now. Ding. All right. What's next? Okay, redistricting. Okay, got that. Oh. Whew. Okay. You want to talk about scary? It's not the parasitic astral gunk that some of these people call demons. Kieta Taylor asked, will the Taliban be defeated? That's scary. At 101. Rabble rousing and death. We're in the right area. Okay. Dave, do you mean by the Afghans? By anybody. Will the Taliban be defeated? Michael saying the U.S. went into Afghanistan not because of the Taliban, but because they gave bin Laden sanctuary. And that's the reason why Biden's having to send some troops back in. I thought it was 3,000 troops back in. It's the Taliban give aid and sanctuary to people like Al-Qaeda. Communication. What kids are taught. Knight of Wands. Sun. Ace of Cups. Devil. Ten of Pentacles. Not until there's a viable alternative. There are, now, my ignorance is vast. All I can do every day is try to chip away at it. That's how I live my life. That's the truth. What this feels like is that one of the reasons it's so hard to anybody who tries to invade Afghanistan and take over or what have you runs into infinite problems. Part of it is because you've got these. It's not a regional clan, but it's sort of warlords. And it's when they decide that they've had enough of this extremism, that there might be some other way to do things, some other ways to thrive. And women have had a taste of more freedom. People have had a taste of more freedom. But this doesn't feel good. This is the only way that's going to happen, and I don't know. Charlie's saying maybe if the Taliban take the country, we have a reason to fight them out of existence with the coalition. Pauline Francis, even Alexander the Great had trouble in Afghanistan. Yeah. Brutal. 3 more cards. No? Okay. 2. two cards came out at first, so very unstable. Very, very, very unstable. Like this patch of land, this corner, this whatever is under this person's control. Oh wait, it's under this person's control. Oh no, that person's no, that. All right, that's the first. These two came out together as the first card. I can get that message. Prosperous Afghanistan. Hanged Man. 10 of Cups. Somewhere down the road, eventually, but it might be later this century. I mean, it's not. It's very frustrating. Victoria is asking, is there any hope for Afghan women? Alan says, yep, Alexander the Great had problems in Afghanistan. Yep, he got downgraded to Alexander the okay, I guess. I love you guys. I absolutely love you guys. All right. Hope for Afghan women. Any hope for the women of Afghanistan? Children. The children. Okay. 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands, Lovers, 7 of Pentacles, Temperance. Well, you have any number of widows, first of all. You have a lot more widows than you had. This kind of extremism, I don't know why, but it's saying there's something about it in the culture that's on the defensive, and they're looking for reinforcement from outside or strength from outside. It doesn't make sense because the Taliban's just rolled through, just took over Kabul, I believe, didn't it? This is Lovers. This is marriages and home life. But the Temperance thing is that it's not so easy for men to control everything and still be viable. More women have to work. Have to. Is there hope? Yes. Is it going to be easy? Not even remotely. And I apologize, but I'm going to get out of this energy right now because I will stand here and start crying. And that doesn't help anybody. Kathy Mickelson saying they've always had tribes. They did not recognize a centralized government. They do not recognize a centralized government. Yeah. Wow. All right. 110. Afghan women. Gavin Newsom. We'll check in on going with Gavin. Gavin Newsom. Oh, recall-y thing. We'll just check in. Oh, Cheryl, yeah, but let's not. I can't do anything about that right here, but I can. You guys know how I feel about this kind of stuff. Vile. Anyway, calm down, calm down. This stuff gets to me. I mean, it like Gavin Newsom. Energy back. I am here. I am in Chicago. I have been through my own trials and tribulations in this world, but I am here now. I am not over there. I am here. And I am with good people, and I am safe. Okay, Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom recall, just put down 3. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you. Oh, it's okay, Cheryl. It's okay. I'm grateful you guys are here. We have to look at this stuff together. That helps. Legally, crickets. Thank you, Rask. 5 of Cups, Judgment, Page of Swords. This is election. Disappointment they can't kick all the cups over. Oversized bullying. This is not powerful. Get rid of the incumbent. The state of California takes a hard jump to the right. It's weak. This is weak. Election day is big. I think Gavin's fine. Oh, thank you. Michael saying St. Griftus sign, a golf ball around your neck. 4. All right, 2 of Wands. Communication, strength, 7 of Cups, 2 of Swords. California has its problems. I mean, I'm not sugarcoating this. They've got big problems, but they're actually quieting the orange beast. Yeah, I'm not getting a whole new thing. I think Gavin's going to be okay, but we'll see. Deva says the bozo running says, oh, the Republican bozo says 0 should be the minimum wage. Yep. September 14th is the voting day. Great. Pamela saying you are in Chicago where there's deep dish pizza. Yes. I was watching Rochelle, we don't no, we don't use trigger words around here like that. It's no. I'm trying to find your thing. I've got to. Okay, this. I have to go back to the page. Could you please retract what you put in, and if not, I'll erase it. But my chat's trying to catch up. I went over to the main page. I'm in StreamYard right now, but I went over to the main page so I could do something about it. Nope, still trying to Okay, fine. I'll just refresh the page because it's not helpful. All right, I'm not seeing. Okay, I'm not seeing that. Okay, she deleted. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you deleting it. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Electra. Lester, thank you. Okay. Jess was asking about the census. Okay, so at 116, will there be any kind of census 2020 redo of any kind? I thought that there were certain places where certain information was still being gathered, but it wasn't massive. It wasn't a full thing. Census 2020, any kind of redo on that? Oh, Cheryl, thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate that. Have to be early on, sooner rather than later. Temperance, Knight of Cups. There's some push for it. There is some push for it because of how it was corrupt. Let me see. Let me pull a full 5 cards and see. Michael's saying what happened with the census during the Civil War. 1860. Had it started yet? I can't remember. My memory, which is not good when I'm reading. It's not. It has trouble in general, but when I'm reading, you get into an alpha state. Details, schmeetails. The Civil War ended in 1865. But it was 1860 to 1865, but it might be a little bit less. Cheryl, a little help with your readings. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, information straight off the top. 2 of Swords. It was a decision to stop, to delay. Page of Cups. Again, right at the beginning. High Priestess. Fool. It was badly done. Knight of Cups. Again, I've got that. Okay, and again, it ends with this. They're going to try. The Democrats are going to push for some kind of redo of the census, some kind of filling in the gaps that were left by Trump. And he's just the man here. He's not a big, powerful force. We had a pandemic, and we had this person who didn't want truth out there. They're still fighting. They're still fighting. So hopefully. Okay. Deb's saying, I'm thinking DeJoy may have misplaced some census forms. You may have something there. Okay. Got that. Next question was from Linda. Is DeSantis' political career going to end because of this COVID nonsense? Which is a really nice way of putting that. Very generous way of putting that. DeSantis, political career. He wants to be president so badly. He feels like he deserves it. That if he is just enough of a strong man, if he's just enough of an authoritarian, he'll get swept in. DeSantis is, I don't know, as Michael said, 40,000 people who've passed on. Is that going to put a little dent in your political future? Four of Swords. Yeah, it's a tomb. That's literally what this card is. This is the inside of a tomb. That's not a person. That's a statue. That's marble carved into the top of the sarcophagus, and there is a person inside. Thank you, Marby. Thank you. Thank you. Three of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Who cares if people die as long as there's money to be made? Walking away from medical sense. Be a big bully. He's not going to shift. He's not going to adjust. Janice, did anyone tell you that Obama's a lefty also? Oh, very cool. Marie, I'm reading on DeSantis. Will the 40,000 people who have passed on in his state, will that, I don't know, put a little ding in his political career? DeSantis' political career. Any more information? Fool. Yeah, don't look at studies and science. He's raising money off of this. He's raising money off of this, and he wants Trump's voters. But the people want someone who's going to keep their families alive. Hello. Maria, I've not read on your Texas Jack blank yet. There you go. Now you can walk through. There you go, boo-boo. There you go. Yes, dear. I hear you. How you doing, sweetie? All right, I have 12 questions, but let me see if I can squeeze something else in. Oh, okay, there's only one more question here. It's basically, did Trump's sister help him when she was working at the IRS? Help him. Aw, yes, he's a good kitty. Okay, let me have a quick look here. Yes, Squeaker Bunny. Marianne Trump Berry is a retired judge. I don't know. You're right, Michael. Trump's sister was a judge. She did, and she engineered the grift and estate tax planning. Okay. How did Trump's sister help him? Just help him. That doesn't even have to be at the IRS. We'll look at that. So 125.30. I'm right here. Your legs aren't broken. You've a step there. You jump here. You've got here. You've got there. You've got multiple beds. You've got treats. You got half and half this morning. You have fresh water. Hi. Trump does have two sisters. Okay. She retired when they were going to look into her taxes, I believe. So yeah. Section 126. Trump's sister help him. Smoke and mirrors. Well, we know that's his financial situation. Smoke and mirrors. Two of Cups. Nine of Swords. King of Wands. Partnership to help. She did what she could. And in stepping down, Jay Lester saying Marianne Trump knew about his doings. She also got some money taken from Fred, some of the money taken from Fred's kids. That's true. So I'm not getting a lot of it's here, like as Waleska Gracia said, if memory serves, his sister accepted the first bench posting in New York at his request to help him with networking. That could be that right there. Also working with Donald to get some of Fred's money. Trump has all kind of worries. She had legal worries. He has legal worries. This is all small potatoes. There's no major arcana here. There's no plan here. There's no they move money around. That was Michael saying Trump's sister would know about the probate process and would also have the knowledge to deal with the in and outs of the family fortune. My limited understanding is that Trump really took over on that case, but may have had some input. Family fortune. The plans, the communication, the grift. The plans, he didn't want to be president. He wanted to raise the image. He wanted to raise his image so he could make more money. And he turned it into one giant grift. That's all I'm getting. His sister's barely in the reading. So, Des Rat, I'm back. I mean, I got employed. Oh, congratulations. That is wonderful news, Des Rat. I am so glad. I am so glad. Nice. Congratulations. I hope there is cake involved, even just a slice or a cupcake or something. Teresa saying my son Dustin is a ginger lefty. Ooh, looks like me more than you. Oh. I'm so sorry. Anyway, congratulations, Deseret. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Anyway, all right. That is going to do it for me for today. But thank you so much for being here. It is always so much fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you. All right. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over at the Book Art Media channel as usual to do creative work there. We do 4 25-minute time blocks of just creative work. You just pick your project and just focus on your project. And then between times, we support each other, encourage each other. And yeah, just a good way to carve some creative time into your day. So that's over on Book Art Media, which is it's actually the company, the parent company. This is far too grand for what it actually is. My little publishing company is Book Art Media, and Black and Orange is a part of that. So anyway. All right. Other than that, I will be back tomorrow. I'm here 365 days of the year, and there are good days ahead. There are. Okay. Hang in there. All right. Be good to yourself, please. You're worth it. You're worth it. See you tomorrow.